Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Ms. Vinita and Mr. Rahani. Today I would like to present my assignment about chapter 3, my comprehension about chapter 3, contextualizing communicative approaches. And here's the content of this chapter. First, past method, the second theory and practice dichotomy, and the third an approach, and then general approaches and specific approaches. Past method is a method that or concept arose around the turn of the 21st century and described the need to put to rest the limited concept of the methods. There's the theory and practice dichotomy. The first one, theory, is organized that presume to explain a phenomenon. And for the practice one is a part of the formula was thought to be province of classroom teacher or what teacher do or what teachers do in the classroom. And here's the approach is a belief to language learning or is a dynamic composite of well-informed beliefs that changes across time. And this approach also adapts to whatever situation context. Interaction between approach and practice, the key to effective or to make authentic learning. Now, this is the general approaches. The first one, learner-centered instruction. This approach more focused on students' needs and goals. And the teacher can understand individual differences among students or identify the students' background. And also, teachers can create a supportive atmosphere. The next one, task-based language teaching. For the task-based language teaching is more focused on the tasks to be solved, and also this task as the core of language teaching, and it can have a relationship with the real-world activities. The tasks have to connect. The tasks have to connect it with the real-world activities. And the next one is theme-based instruction. Theme-based instruction is more focused on the theme or in the content or activities. And in this approach, it can serve the multiple interests of the students. The next one is experiential and project-based learning. This approach can be learning by doing or learning by action. It can highlight giving students to experience using the target language and also conceptualize language, integral skill, and real-world purposes. The next one, strategy-based instruction. This approach involves a certain degree of investment of one's time and effort, and it can allow hours to work for the students, and the students can learn from their mistakes. And in this approach, it can be use production tricks to use the language. The next one is other collaborative approaches. For example, cooperative learning or TR. In this approach, students can work together in pairs and also groups, and the teacher can create opportunities for genuine interaction in the classroom for the students. And the students having the opportunities to use the target language in a real world context. The next one is specific approaches. The first, content-based language teaching. This approach refers to concurrent study of language and subject matter, and also it can increase an intrinsic motivation and empowerment. And for this approach, usually pertains to academic or occupational instruction. The next is immersion and self-taught models. Immersion models provide the majority of subject matter content through the medium of the target language. And self-taught models can involve the deliberate inspiration of spoken language students from native speaker of the target language of the purpose to control instruction. The next one is bilingual education. This approach uses two languages in the classroom, and these languages are used as a media of a classroom instruction for the same group of students. So in this bilingual education, it's more focused to use the target language also, target language as well. The next one is workplace and vocational target language instruction. For this approach, it's more focused on occupational context or tailor the language to the specific linguistic needs on the job or on the duty. The next one is language for specific purposes. For this approach, it's commonly associated with the higher education. And in this approach also, the learners must learn to use the target language or to use the language, second language, about both spoken and written in target situation. And the last is a corpus-based teaching. Is computerized approach to linguistic research in forms of spoken and written text in electronic form. Can be looked at in terms of syntax, discourse, dialects, styles, and resistance. That's all. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.